Shares of PayPal plunged 17% after hours trading on Tuesday after the company's fourth quarter earnings. Why that happened and what we can expect for the future and whether PayPal is a buy or not and at what levels, I will explain in this video. So, shares of PayPal plunged 17% after hours trading on Tuesday after the company's fourth quarter earnings and the guidance for Q1 and for the whole year fell short of expectations. So let's start with the numbers, and I know it's boring to look at, but they are important, so stick with me here, alright? So the adjusted EPS grew 4% year over year to $1.11, just missing the street's estimate of $1.12. So you see, not that bad as they missed only by a cent. Further, revenue increased 13% year over year to $6.92 billion, coming in marginally above analyst expectations of $6.86 billion, which isn't bad at all. But Bjorn, if all isn't that bad, why the sell-off? No worries folks, I will explain later on why. Payment transactions rose 21% to 5.3 billion and total payment volume TPV jumped 23% to 339.5 billion, and PayPal ended the quarter with cash equivalents and investments of 16.3 billion. Venmo processed 60.6 billion in TPV in the quarter, up 29% year over year, and compares with 60 billion in Q3. Cash flow from operations of 1.8 billion rose 31% year over year, and free cash flow of 1.6 billion up 38%. You see, they sit on a ton of cash, which is a good thing. But here I have to say, why they don't use this cash for acquisitions or buying back shares? If you know, please write in the comments, as for me it makes no sense. But let's have a look at another important number. New active accounts. PayPal added 9.8 million net new active accounts NNAs during the quarter, which include 3.2 million accounts that came with the acquisition of Pypl versus 13.3 million in Q3. There you can see already one factor, and ended 2021 with 426 million active accounts. Now we know how the last quarter went. Let's have a look at the future guidance, and that folks is the reason we see that massive sell-off. Not only that they lowered their guidance for the last quarter already, and I personally thought because of this they will beat the analyst expectations this time, but now they lowered their guidance again for Q1 and for the whole year 2022. Or I should better say until Q3. And that is the reason folks. But let's have a look at the future guidance and other problems, followed by my opinion and conclusion. The company expects Q1 adjusted EPS of $0.87 versus $1.16 consensus. It also expects Q1 revenue to increase 6% on the spot basis, with revenue excluding eBay to rise 14%. For 2022, the payment tech firm expects adjusted EPS of $4.60 to $4.75 versus $5.26 consensus. Guides for revenue growth 15 to 17% at current spot rates, with revenue excluding eBay expected to grow 19 to 21%. PayPal also expects to add 15 to 20 million net new active accounts this year and walked back its goal of 750 million total accounts set by the company last year, and the total payment volume growth of 19 to 22% at current spot rate. That's less than the 23 TPV growth it had in 2021. To sum it up folks, PayPal was growing massively during the first year of the corona pandemic, but is now feeling the problems from inflationary pressures, weaker consumer sentiment and the supply crunch, and it's seen a more pronounced impact on spending among lower income customers, which will increase once there are no more stimulus checks and increasing interest rates. Plus, eBay has to adjust results until the third quarter for eBay. And the current market situation shifting away from growth to value, and the competition like Block or Apple Pay ain't sleeping neither. But there is hope folks, as PayPal expects that the revenue growth will accelerate as the year goes on. Schumann anticipates that the lapping noises will go away in the third quarter and that PayPal can finish the year with revenue growth of at least 20%. As Schulman said, we see notable positives, he wrote, including that growth in total payment volume, when excluding eBay and peer-to-peer volume, accelerated in the fourth quarter. PayPal's count of transactions per account also accelerated dramatically, and that PayPal was seeing better than expected traction for its redesigned app, which focuses on a broader set of financial service tools. The revamped app has helped spur new interest in PayPal's crypto buying feature and driven a sharp increase in the number of users who visit the merchant site based on seeing a deal offer on PayPal's shopping hub. Plus, Venmo will be available on Amazon this year, and probably they will implement a high-yield savings account and stock trading. With all the facts we know, for the ones who own PayPal already, I would hold for the next couple of days, as we can't know for how much PayPal will drop, but I will totally buy more step by step if the share price is dropping more, and to give you a price range, a bit now at current levels and more if it drops below $140. And for the ones who think to invest in PayPal, right now is the time to open a small position. And I say again, a small position, and follow up and see what the market is doing. And if it goes lower, buy bit by bit more. But be aware, with the current market situation and the future outlook, this year could be a rough one. So if you invest, do it long term, and by long term I mean 5 years plus, and don't expect that PayPal will reach $200 within the next month. Instead, have in mind that it could go down to the 70s. There you have it, folks. For us who were invested prior earnings, we are all back holders now. But let me know in the comments, what are you going to do with your shares? And if you will buy more or if you will sell, as that would be interesting for me and the community. So please write in the comments, or even use it as a kind of a forum to ask or to answer questions. That being said, if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up so that other retail investors like you and me have the chance to see this video as well. And if you are on my channel for the first time, I would be happy if you would subscribe, because I regularly produce new videos and tutorials on the topics of stock analysis, investment and financial products to give you the opportunity to take your finance into your own hands. That being said, if you like the content and you want to support my channel with a few bucks so I can produce more videos, I will pin the link to my Patreon page in the comments below. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay focused and don't be greedy. See you next time.